Shalom. So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 32. It says, Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Now, sometimes we look at this, we think of 1400s, 1500s, and so forth, right? Yes, this happened back then by force. But today, the same thing is done, but systematically, right? That we don't even realize that it is the same thing, right? So it says, Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. But then they were doing it physically, right? Just like in the movie Roots, how Izzy was taken away from her father and physically moved to a different place where they did not see each other again, right? But how is this happening today? It's happening religiously and through the education system, right? So we send our children to these religious institutions, and what is happening? What has happened? Something happens up here, and it's the same thing putting them through a foreign education system, an education system that would be of no help to our people. So guess what happened? The things that we learned and what our children are learning now, they're two different things. So guess what? If our children come to us for help with certain homework, for example, we cannot help them because every year they keep upgrading, right? And that is showing you also something, because what is real cannot be changed. The knowledge of the Bible, it has been around since the beginning. It does not change. But what people keep saying, oh, the Bible is outdated. Knowledge cannot be outdated, right? The reason why the education system keeps upgrading it is because that is information. You can always change information, but you cannot change what is real, right? So if you go and help your child with the homework, the child gets everything wrong. Guess what? You know how they start perceiving mommy and daddy? That we're illiterate. You understand? So right there and then there's a division. There's a division because of the same education system. So now it is happening mentally, right? They're messing with the psyche. So we spend all these money to send our children to colleges, universities, and so forth, just to do what? Just to be separated from us. Now our homes become the new the tents of Korah, right? That is what is happening now with the education system. But then we couldn't go to the same schools together. But then we couldn't work the same jobs together. Now we put in everything just to be part of this society. And the more we become part of them, is the more we are separated from each other. And this is what we don't understand. We're trying so much to identify ourselves with another culture, with another people, to the point that we're destroying our own houses. We destroy our own homes, our communities. We're so separated. So no longer they have to do it to us. No, we do it to ourselves. Right? It says, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. Yes, but then we would just be looking at, our children be taken away from us. Couldn't do anything. But what is happening now? You know what? As soon as they go and get this education that they're getting in this culture, what happens? They're off into the city. They need to get a job now. So they go live in a gated community or something, paying all these expenses with a big student loan. and thinking they're living above mommy and daddy. That's the illusion. That's what our people live in. Illusion. That's what we believe in. It's just a belief, right? We're just really working to maintain the state of the world, and this world is not our kingdom, right? So think about it. You send your child to college, you send your son to college to be a pilot, right? To be an accountant, to be whatever the hell they want to be. Now the question is, okay, when that child becomes a pilot, whose plane will he be flying? Do our people own these airplanes? You send your child to be an accountant. Do our people have these firms to hire our sons and daughters? Hmm? You send them to college, to university to be a lawyer, right? You send them to be a lawyer, right? Where are they gonna work? So this is why the curse keeps carrying on. Because we live in the illusion that, okay, I'm going to go to this school, this college, this university, then I'm going to get this job, which is not promised to me. And then when I get this job, I'll be making all this money and it will change my reality. Just because I might wear a certain suit, a certain uniform with a certain label on it. Hmm? It's not doing anything for us. It is a curse that appears as a blessing. But in reality, the truth is that you're only going to have a student loan and you're going to live in a city where your rent is so high that it's almost 50% of your salary, and the rest you put towards other bills. And then you're going to have to get a car. That's going to be another bill. And plus, you don't own the car. You think you own the car. It's an illusion. They own the car because every time you drive on that road, you have to pay. Why do you think a lot of white folks, they, especially the older ones, they sell their cars? They sold their cars. They rather take the bus because they find it cheaper. But as for us, a people so destroyed, you know what we do? We don't care about the expense. We only care about the emotion we get from the things we purchase. This is why we'll rent the most expensive apartments. Just to say, oh, I live on the top floor up there, I can overlook. Yeah, but you don't own it. Hmm? You left your mother and your father. They're there in the country area. But guess what? Even if it might be a small house, it is their own. Right? All that we think we own in the cities is an illusion. The rich man's wealth is in the cities. They don't live in the cities. You know where they live? That same country area that we are running away from, that's where they live. And they feed from the land there and deliver whatever they produce out in the cities. That's where their money is. But the source of their money is back in the same country area that we are running from. It's all an illusion. It's all a curse. The only time it might feel like a blessing to us is when we look at people who have less in terms of financial fiat money, currency, because that's the only thing we really use to put value to what we really are, that fiat money. which is falling. The banking system is falling. Absent that money, what are we? Hmm? What are our means of surviving? Right? This education system does not help us to live free or live peacefully. Most of the times we are even at war with our own selves for the situations that we're in. Most of the times we cannot wait for the end of the month. Mm? It's all an illusion, right? So the religious institutions, the school systems, these are curses unto us that divide us from each other, divide our home.